Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Toda mi gente lo siente, 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 toda mi gente caliente, toda mi gente lo siente. Toda mi gente suena, en la fadera suena, el techo se me llena, toda mi gente lo siente.
I'm Mauricio Cuevas, defender for the LA Galaxy. The best performance requires the best training. That's why we trust AstroTurf. AstroTurf delivers unparalleled ability, safety, and playability, ensuring every match and session of training is fast and exciting. As a proud partner of the LA Galaxy, AstroTurf continues to provide world-class surfaces, fueling the future of the game.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Hi there. I'd like to introduce you to McVal at McDonald's. With McVal, you can buy one and add any one of these for only $1. And look at that. You can do the same thing during breakfast. It's crazy. You see, at any moment in the day, McVal can take you to a place where a whole new menu of possibilities exist, inspiring you to order more from life than you could ever imagine. Take a look at your surroundings. Take a look at your environment. Take a look at your past decisions. Take a look at your present. Are you curious about the future? And setting your expectations at perfection is not a way for growth. So I'd use the word curiosity, and that's a long way to get there. But if you stay curious, I think you can get the most out of life's menu. Because if you don't, you're leaving some of those moments on the table. You gotta try to get the most out of life. You might just think McVal adds the power of choice to McDonald's menu, but it also adds the power of perspective. And depending on how you look at it, that might be the most powerful thing you can order. And while you're here, I can't wait to meet you. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The bravest person I know is definitely my dad, 100%.
My friend Sean.
My daughter Cynthia, and she was in the United States Army.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted, it was when he found his first support group.
Our journey has not been easy.
One of the bravest things he did was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
When he decided he was going to go back to school after 23 years.
It was the better part of my life that I spent in the Marine Corps. Transitioning out, it's a difficult thing.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
So I really appreciate it.
I'm worried about Mom.
Mom? She's fine. These the ones, right, Mom?
Yeah, groundlings.
Sweet potatoes.
Daddy, it's salty.
Some things come with age.
And some don't.
Early detection of Alzheimer's can lead to better care for your loved one. Learn the early warning signs at 10signs.org.
All of the ways to watch your favorite local and regional sports. Join us now on Twitch TV. You can also find NSBN on Amazon Fire TV or visit us live on YouTube as we stream games there as well. Another fan favorite way to watch is nsbnsports.com. You can also find us through our NSBN app, free to download from the Google Play Store, and Roku TV, where you can find all of our content. NSBN Sports, visit us at nsbnsports.com.
Walk-off home run.
Here's a shot to the right side. This is shaping up to be here's a strike right side too. Welcome inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center for college basketball. It's tournament time in Tennessee in the Appalachian Athletic Conference as we tip it off today with a crucial battle between the Bears of Truett McCollege and the Lions of Bryan College. Truett McConnell looking to get by the Lions. BC looking to keep their season going and alive. So glad you're along with us. What promises to be a thrilling showdown between these two programs. I'm Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson, and Frank Osborne alongside me for tournament coverage this season. Guys, what a great way to start the bracket.
Absolutely, and this should be a tremendous showdown. We're talking about two teams that have already faced off against each other twice. Right now, Truett McConnell holding the 2-0 advantage. But Frank, you know the age-old saying, it's hard to beat a good team 3 times.
Absolutely, and you know what they say with tournament, you have to turn up on the day. If you don't turn up, you are going home and your season is done. So turn up today. Face Pikeville tomorrow, Pikeville side, who are here watching, and carry the season on for longer.
Yeah, it should be a ton of fun, and probably not many people believing that we're watching a team that could be one of the last teams standing on this day. But the first day of the tournament provided us with one team that made it all the way to the end. It was on the girls' side, Tennessee Wesleyan last season, the 7th seed making it all the way to the finals. So everyone watching at home, look now, you may be looking at one of the finalists in the AAC.
We're ready to go between the Lions of Bryan College and the Bears of Truett McConnell. as we tip off and are underway in Kingsport, Tennessee in the 2026 Appalachian Athletic Conference basketball tournament.
And it's going to be interesting. Bryan wants to try to get off to a fast start, especially considering that they were not able to knock this team off in their season series. We'll see if that mental edge goes Truett McConnell's way in the early stages of this game.
That's a red-hot way to start, quickly taking over with the basketball. Bryan College will run the floor. Lions through the center court stripe. Back to the front court, it's Brentwood. He dished it off quickly to Taylor Jr. All the way around, trying to create some space. 40 seconds gone, just getting started. Taylor drives, wants the lane, and can't get it to go. Good defense by Joseph.
Good defense, but Taylor getting all the way to the rim. That's exactly what he wants to do, being able to get a paint touch early. Things just not going his way so far.
Be interesting to see how Joseph does. He got Player of the Week this week, so coming into this tournament with a lot of confidence.
Driving and firing. No, he jumped, and we get the call. That's Jaden Ye. He started every game this year and averaged almost 14 points per outing, shooting an incredible 45% from the floor.
Absolutely, and rightfully earning a spot on that all-conference first team. He's been a very consistent player for the Bears this year.
Couldn't agree more. We talked about the all-conference teams on the drive and just how powerful some of these selections are and what they mean to the programs and who is in that we think should be in and who isn't, and obviously not the place for that, but well-deserved in his regard. He had an incredible year.
He did, and really kind of bucking the trend. We see a lot of situations where coach's son may be on the team, and you're looking at him more as like a towel waver, maybe a guy who is a good locker room presence, but no, he's one of their best players.
Flipped back across, Lions leading 1-0. This is going to be a slugfest. You can already feel it. These guys are going to go back and forth, all defense. Brentwood on cue fires the three, but can't knock it down. Truett McConnell Bears wide open down the floor, and he has it pickpocketed away.
Very good defending there from Bryan.
Ty Gibbs, the freshman. Wanted the entry feed instead, back outside. All the way over, back to Gibbs. Around Omari Joseph and through, it's intercepted. Blown tire as Truett McConnell, a banging play down in the low paint.
And Gabe, to your earlier point, speaking of this becoming a slugfest, that's really what these sort of conference tournament games turn into, because at this point, you've seen a team 2 separate occasions, sometimes 3 times in a season. There are no surprises. There's no offensive set that they can pull out that you have not seen. And that's why we really see these games turn into these big-time, drag-em-out sort of rock fights.
And with a lot of seniors playing as well, losing, that's their last game of college play. So a lot of nerves as well.
First one goes.
A lot of nerves, a lot of tension, too. You know that they're going to be playing very hard, nobody wanting to concede an inch.
And there's something quite nice about the fact that all the other teams get to come here and watch, and adds to the competitiveness of the tournament.
This goes as well, knocked down at the line. He converts his first 2, and Preston Kent makes it 3-0 TMU Bears.
It's the start that Truett would have wanted. They had a long game into overtime against Union at the weekend. They'd have wanted to start strong today.
The give from Taylor Jr., and he'll get the assist on the long ball. 3-pointer goes, and we're deadlocked between the Bryan Lions and Truett McConnell Bears. They might rule that along, too, on the floor.
Yeah, but that's just what the doctor ordered for Jerry Taylor, being able to get himself on the board. Again, such a vital piece to the puzzle for this Bryan College offense. They at times struggle with being able to put the ball in the basket on a consistent basis. So getting Taylor involved early will go a long way towards allowing them to win this ballgame.
TMU. They do end up giving them all three, as this goes in response immediately from Preston Kent.
Yeah, Truett McConnell, from an accuracy standpoint, they're one of the more accurate teams in the conference, but bottom third when it comes to attempts and makes. So they don't take a whole lot of them, but when they do put them in the air, they usually make them count.
Two quick passes, driving, and the floater is cashed in for Ty Gibbs, the freshman.
Yeah, and the action's starting to pick up here, seeing both teams really settle in here at Kingsport.
Yeah, Ty Gibbs was named in the second team All AAC yesterday, and you can see why.
Great entry feed inside, off the mark. Joseph has it stolen away. Derek Curtis, the one on the move, and gets hit with a travel.
Yeah, in 2K, we call that a gather step. I don't really know if that's what he was going for, but they usually say 1, 2, 3, more like 0, 1, 2.
I'm a fan of the gather step. I'm a gather step guy.
I think it's very important. James Harden is one of my favorite players, and we know how he gets.
That's crazy. Can't believe it's not even noon and James Harden is catching strays in Tennessee.
Oh, I wouldn't call it a stray.
This is off the mark as the Bryan Lions pull it down. That freshman looks fantastic. You can see why he was given that award already. I mean, he's been lights out. Lions try this from the straightaway. It's got a bit too much sauce. Kept alive by Taylor Jr. From the baseline, flips it out front and knocked down by Hayden Moten.
Yeah, that was a nice pass by Taylor. Very unselfish play there. How many times do we see a player corral that offensive rebound and just go straight back up no matter what's happening around him?
That's a good decision. That'll take us back to the other end of the floor. Coach Ye has done a great job with Truett McConnell. They trail for the first time in this game by just a point.
Coach Ye, the winningest coach in program history, now in his 12th season, manning the sidelines for the Bears.
Something quite unique about Coach Ye, having his son play for his team and his daughter for the women's team, something you don't see too often.
Pretty cool stuff, a full Truett McConnell Bear family. Pitch to the corner, and the three ball a bit too strong as it's pulled down on the back end. All the way through. Bears, what a pass. He lights it off, and it's strong.
And that's the first bit we've seen from Brito Vasquez. He's fifth in the conference for assists for a reason.
Lions back on the front court. 5 minutes gone. Just a 1-point game, the first lead of the game for Bryan College. Bryan based out of Dayton, Tennessee, not far from here. Pinball away, Taylor Jr. staring down Omari Joseph. It rolls over the iron and is hauled in by the Bears.
That is going to be some battle we'll see today, Joseph versus Taylor Jr.
That's a good pairing, that's a good matchup. Omari Joseph on cue, trying it, and the big guy is a wall. Down amongst those tall trees. Lorenzo, how important is it to have somebody who can go down there and get to work in a tournament game like this?
Very important because, again, there's no offensive set that you can throw out there that a team has not seen. They've seen the film up and down all throughout their time getting ready for the tournament. They've also seen this team in person on a few separate occasions. You got to have a guy that can go get his own.
What if you can have it all? A place to call home, a great job, and a safe and welcoming community to raise your family. You can have all that and more in Kingsport, Tennessee. For the past quarter century, Kingsport has been on a mission to reinvent itself. As the first professionally planned and privately financed city of the 20th century, Kingsport has earned the nickname the Model City. From award-winning educational initiatives to business incubators to the surrounding natural beauty, Kingsport is just the right size to have the amenities you need without the traffic and crime of a larger city. With a vibrant downtown, great shopping and dining, and a thriving local economy, Kingsport is the perfect place to call home. Ready to start loving where you live? Choose Kingsport. Visit movetokingsport.com and discover all the reasons why this charming town is the perfect place to call home.
Back in Kingsport, Tennessee with college basketball on the Southeast Sports Network. It's tournament time as this goes. Second is off the mark as we get a wave of players fighting for the ball. Headed to the other end. TMU Bears. The handoff and the whistle.
Number 32, Al Gray.
So after the call, Coach Ye not thrilled. We're ready to play on. 2-point advantage to the Bryan Lions, and their largest of the game. Entry feed going to work. It rolls, rims, and won't drop. Bryan will take back over with the basketball.
Yeah, on that possession, Bryan trying to junk up the offensive Truett McConnell, going with that 2-3 zone.
Driving and firing, it's off the mark. Ye gets the rebound. He's having a nice outing so far. This is off the glass but won't drop. Pulled down, and the Lions going to work. It's Cole Torres.
No, but that was a pretty wise decision offensively for the Bears, trying to get down the court and run plays before the defense can get set.
Headed the other way. With good pace, TMU almost goes coast to coast. Pulled down by the Bears, and he'll take a step as they blow it dead in the hands of Preston Tuggle.
Couple of chances there that Truett would have been really hoping to take advantage of. I know it's early, but those come back to bite you towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I think that's a great point also, because they've had a few different point-blank opportunities right at the rim. And you just feel like those have to go, especially in games that seem to be as tight as this one.
Unreal, gets mugged, the shot off the mark, and the putback rolls and drops into the iron for Sean Walker.
Yeah, to my naked eye, that's what, like 5 layups missed already for Truett McConnell?
Truett McConnell has tied the game. Second tie of the game, and erases Bryan's largest lead of just 2 points. And this goes down low. A little bit of redemption for Isaac Brito Vasquez.
Yeah, defensively early on, they're being very active, turning Bryan over right now. Lions just out of sorts so far offensively.
Bryan College set up just inside the arc, trying to drive as Torres. Floater, oh baby, the bank is open in Kingsport, Tennessee.
This is going to be one of those games, I think. Just keep, one team gets a lead, the other team chips away at it, and it just keeps going like a basketball game.
I like that you said this is going to be one of those games, I think. You should have just stopped right there. This is going to be one of those games, I think.
You see Bryan now in that 1-2-2 zone.
TMU pulls the trigger. The 3 is a bit off the mark. Talk to me about the 1-2-2 zone. Why run that? Any idea in that situation?
Well, you want to try to get pressure on the basketball, so that's why you have that one guy at the top. And then from there, it sort of devolves into sort of this 3-2 type of zone where you want to force a team into taking some tough shots, trying to get themselves all the way to the perimeter. Thus far, that's where Truett McConnell has struggled.
That was a really nice play off the rip and just couldn't get it done.
That's 6 missed layups already for the Bears in the early stages of this one.
Good spin move. Bryan trying to go inside, and it's poked away. The steal for Calvin Carter. TMU gets the ball back to Carter, who can't knock down the three.
You can't say that TMU aren't creating chances, though.
We've got a scrum for the ball, and it's a jump ball under the iron.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're Coach Ye, like, you're very happy with the looks that you're getting. You're getting open looks from three. You're getting point-blank opportunities underneath the goal. At some point, you feel like the luck has to turn the other way. Right now, it just doesn't seem to be going for them at the moment.
And once some of those key players just find their groove, you've got to remember it's early. First game of the tournament. If they can get into the rhythm, start taking advantage of the opportunities.
Hayden Moten leading all scorers. He's got 5 points.
But yeah, it's not only early in the tournament, it's early in the day. I'm not really sure a lot of these guys are used to playing games at 11 a.m., probably since their time playing AAU.
That's a really good point. Not a lot of 11 a.m. games. It's always interesting when you get those odd hour game times in any sport. Trigger pull rolls over the top and is hauled in by Ryan Neal. Neal and the Bears to the other end, trying to work it outside is Brito Vasquez. Entry feed, going to work is Preston Tuggle, and we get the whistle. Preston Tuggle has been a really good piece for a really long time. Averaged 12 points per game this season. Shot an incredible 53% from the floor. Tuggle is somebody who always turns my head.
Absolutely, and has a ton of athleticism in him as well. 6th in the conference in blocks.
The floater disrupted as he's able to hang on to it. Pitched outside, worked around. Wanting to pull the trigger was Brito Vasquez. Fought his way through, and the foul called. Now, insistent is Jerry Taylor Jr. The forward says, I didn't foul him, but I don't think he'll get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, holding your hands up basically just allows the refs to be able to see who did it.
That's actually a good point. Timeout on the floor for these two. We're going to take a break along with them. When we return, the Lions and Bears scoreless for the last 2 minutes of play. Can they snap the drought on SCSN?
The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Gear up and climb the Hawk's Nest. Work together as a team to complete 4 high ropes challenges, all while suspended 40 feet in the air. Finish with a zip through the canopies on our 310-foot zip line. Our ground course features 9 exciting challenges and is perfect for large and small groups. The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Thrilling fun for group events, parties, and field trips.
Back in Kingsport, and off the rip that goes off the glass. Welcome back and into the scorer's book. 12-10, TMU Bears lead. Carter Calvin got that to go, and Calvin has looked good early. The response from the Lions just couldn't knock it down.
Yeah, that was a tremendous backdoor cut, but right now, both teams out of sorts a little bit on offense, not really getting those point-blank opportunities to go in front of the rim.
This rattles off the heel of the iron, just not quite the touch. Lions taking it the other way. Bryan College. And blown dead by our official from the baseline. Didn't get a chance to catch up with the officials before today's game. That's something that I've been making a habit of doing this year. But I do know these guys. I see them around a lot.
Yeah, I know that you like the schmooze with the officiating crew from time to time.
They can't really do anything to help me up here. Usually, folks at home, Lorenzo's seen me do this. I'll go, kind of go give them a hug and be like, what's going on? And then they'll come tell me what's going on when there's a foul so I can relay it to you. But we're so far away, it wouldn't do us any good anyhow. They're not going to come over here and tell us up on that.
Yeah, and I don't really want to curry too much favor. I want to stay impartial. I think you begin to get a little bit of a soft spot for the officials from time to time.
Other people too.
Sometimes.
That's crazy. I hope they watch this back.
No, these guys are doing a great job so far. As long as they keep doing what they're doing now, then we have no problems.
It's good balance throughout the tournament. Lorenzo will always attack the officials. I'll always defend them.
Attack is a strong word. Attack is a strong word. Constructive criticism is more about what I provide.
Question them.
Yeah. I mean, question everything. That's what I was told growing up.
That's that overall arts education as the pickpocket results in the whistle. It's Coach Ye having a word.
Entering for Bryan, number 10, Jacob Holman.
8 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the first half, and Truett McConnell already in the bonus. That has to tell you what type of game we have on our hands right now.
Yeah, it's been, slugfest is the only way I've been able to describe it. It's been nothing but a back and forth affair. This is blown dead as well.
Yeah, it's been quite stop-start early on.
So after the foul, the Lions will take over with the ball, trailing 12-10.
Yeah, Frank, stop-start I think is a very good way to put it. We can tell that both teams realize that this is a new lease on life for them, and that can maybe lead to some jitters, maybe some uneasiness, but also increased physicality as well. So we're seeing a lot of that on both sides.
Tuggle creates the turnover, and it's poked away right away. Ball loose down the floor, running with it quickly. Bryan Lyons trying to get set. Flipped across. Brentwood is the one who turned it back over to his team, and he's got it. Brentwood steps up, double team, flipped across and taken out of the air. Danger for the Lions as TMU coasts down the floor and kisses it in off of the glass.
Yeah, Brentwood is so dangerous in that pick and roll game. Great play there by Truett McConnell, trapping the screen and then having a man in the gap to get the steal.
Really nice looking play as we immediately get another whistle.
I'm a big fan of Isaac Brito Vasquez. He's sort of like a highlight reel player. Everything he does is showy, it's dribbling, it's showing off his skills. He gets to the rim a lot.
This is always one of the most exciting days when tournament time comes. You've got teams that are back against the wall. They are the most evenly matched in the brackets, right? They're next door neighbors in the seating. And it always produces really, really fun games. Both really want to move on for very obvious reasons. TMU, so many upperclassmen on both of these rosters, but the Bears, powered by upperclassmen, they would love to keep their career alive. On the way from three-point land, and he knocks it down from downtown Kingsport, Tennessee.
And the defense has been very aggressive for Truett McConnell so far. Another trap there. Great pass, one more to the open shooter. Maybe that's what Bryan needs to try to get going. Here they go with the steal.
Lions a chance to make the big play. Couldn't get it off the glass. Bryan keeps it alive, and the second chance will go. So the initial run down the floor by Colt Torres won't drop. Another steal. Bryan Lyons to go back out in front, and one as he's headed to the line.
And you can see over there on the baseline the Bryan College women's basketball team cheering on the men's squad, and they're providing a nice home court advantage for the Tennessee natives.
And just as I praised Brito Vasquez, gives the ball away twice doing skills, and probably areas you don't need to do skills, puts his team under the pressure now.
Yeah, and to that point, Frank, that's always kind of the danger when you talk about a player that has a lot of flash. It's oh my gosh, this is so great. And then it becomes, man, why would you do that?
Becomes the coach's biggest headache. Unbelievable if it works, really frustrating if it doesn't.
In a flash, in a back-and-forth tug-of-war, suddenly the Lions have their largest lead of the game, which is shockingly only 4 points, and it could become 6 as he rolls over the front of the iron for 2 more. Cole Torres, the senior.
Yeah, Bryan College starting to tighten the screws up defensively. Truett McConnell, some of those point-blank opportunities that they had early on, maybe those coming back to bite them a little bit at this point.
3 ball, rattles off the front of the iron.
In a game that you missed 6 layups in already and trailing by 6 points, definitely some things that you would want to have back right now.
Steps, jabs, wants to drive on Ye. The double team is split, but he can't get it. Ball rattled to the corner, kept alive somehow. Moten kicked it outside. Redwood to the back door, and the 3 ball is banged off the inside of the iron from the front porch of Eastman.
It's been a brilliant couple of minutes for Bryan. No surprise the timeout's called.
A timeout for the Bears of Truett, McConnell, and Kingsport, where they trail to the Bryan College Lions, 23-14 on the Southeast Sports Network. Back in Kingsport, Tennessee, with college basketball on the Southeast Sports Network, the largest lead of the game.
I think it's a line. I think it was 26. It was 26. That line.
A little bit of conversation at the table between our officials. That was the league official from the national office and our umpire. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson, Frank Osborne, a 3-man crew. At the half, Frank will have some insights for you statistically about the tournament, what's going on around the league, and more. 6 minutes to go, still in this first half. Largest lead of the game for Bryan. TMU to cut into it. They can't, but they do get the call down inside.
Yeah, a late whistle there, but I think it was the right call. There was a ton of contact on that drive. But Bryan making Truett McConnell work so hard for every single possession.
Truett have to make this count. Their shooting's not been good enough.
Yes.
Yeah, right now we're seeing what Bryan College is doing defensively. It's what they've done defensively throughout this year. 2nd in opponents' points per game, 3rd in opponents' field goal percentage. They've been a relatively stingy group all season long, and that seems to be holding true.
So they knocked 2 off of that 9-point lead, which is their largest of the game. Stolen away, backdoor feed, tipped down, and regathered by Redwood. He'll work for the Lions of Bryan College. From Dayton, Tennessee, this is short. And a shove down inside. Moments ago, Torres the call. Now the Lions gonna pick one up in their favor.
Yeah, tried to be slick with that push in the back, but I saw it. He can't say he didn't touch him, Frank. He can't say he didn't touch him.
Yeah, you've got to be more discreet than that. So obvious.
There is nothing more comical than when it's as obvious as it can possibly be. It wasn't me, I don't know.
Yeah, the shrug of the shoulders to suggest they're confused why it's been given.
Yeah, so coming from a football background, I love nothing more than seeing a defensive back wrap his arms around the receiver and then throw his hands up, surprised that he got a flag.
A full booth of football background here with you. Frank is a soccer player for Union Commonwealth University. Lorenzo, a recent graduate of Reinhardt, played football there. TMU, the entry feed. Runs the spin. Ye kicked it outside. Bears from the corner for three. It goes. 19 on the board for Truett McConnell.
Yeah, that's a huge shot there. Good looks from three have been hard to come by since the earlier stages of the first half. They had to make that one count.
Lions about to make a change.
How about the defense there from Hayden Moulton fronting the big man?
Three ball goes for Ye. Jaden has been really good this season, almost 14 points per game, 41% from three-point range.
Yeah, and he's been sort of quiet offensively in the early going. You expect to see him really start to find his footing as this game continues.
Lions try it off the window. The putback drops into the twine for Hoffman.
Yeah, and that's a good lesson for kids everywhere. Kids, always follow your shot. That first one doesn't go in, but you must try again and see if you can get it to go.
How about Riley Holloman, the senior? One game started this year. This is just 13 appearance of the Bryan Lions.
And that's probably what I love the most about postseason basketball. We have the guys that we expect coming in, but there's always a player or two that surprise us and really step up for their respective teams.
Always a couple of players who do that. Guys, 4 minutes left in our first half of action between these two programs. We're going to keep it right here and talk ball. This has been such an exciting start to the tournament. What do we think so far of these two teams?
I think that both coaches will be getting frustrated at the shooting efficiencies. The turnovers are quite high, but then again, it is the first game of tournament. Nerves are there. I mean, if they don't turn up, they're going home and the season's done. And for loads of them, that's their final game of college basketball ever. So you can understand the pressure that they're feeling, but they played basketball. This is just a game that they played hundreds of times throughout their careers. It's just another game. That's what their coaches will be trying to get across to them, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that's a message that at this point in the year, I mean, let's face it, it sort of rings a bit hollow. You're talking about a senior that could be playing his last game of basketball ever. That has to be weighing on some of their minds and their hearts. The team that can approach it more like just another game is going to have that mental edge. And when the margins are so razor thin, that can be all the difference in the world.
So these two take a moment to get together. Close game early. Do you think we'll see separation before the half or after the half, and why?
Well, Bryan, defensively, they've been flying around. Their effort level has been very impressive. Maybe that can carry them. Truett McConnell had some good looks early on, but the Bears seem to be heating up from long range. I don't know, Gabe. I think it's just going to be back and forth the whole time.
Like we said, one of those games.
Yeah, it's just one of those games.
Pitched long over the top for the three ball. It's strong. Thought he had that. We do get the call. 27-22, 3.5 to go in half number one.
Yeah, and there are two different types of looks that you get spotting up from long range. There are the long range shots that come in rhythm. You're talking about swing, swing, one more. I have to shoot this shot. And then there are shots like that that are out of rhythm, sort of a grenade that you feel like you just have to launch because you have no other option. We've seen a lot of that for Bryan so far. Not a whole lot of rhythm for them. Those shooters need to try to get going, but their offense right now needs to get out of the mud.
In a 5-point game, Bryan wants the jump ball. There it is.
We see over there on the baseline behind the basket, the Reinhardt Eagles, the 10th seed, backing into the playoffs, getting into the postseason, something that went all the way down to the final day. If anyone feels that new lease on life feeling, it's them.
Way outside for the TMU Bears. Trying to work it back down low. Fights his way through and just unable to knock it down.
Again, how bad does Truett McConnell feel by not being able to take advantage of some of those good early lanes that they had, point-blank opportunities at the rim, 6 missed lay-ins. Now that Bryan College defense is settled in.
Redwood gets it to go on the other end of the floor, and they're out ahead again by 7, 29-22. Kept with the TMU Bears, nearly stolen away.
And Bryan College now in that 2-3 zone. It is designed to force Truett McConnell to beat them from the perimeter.
Fights this down inside and is fouled.
Can't even imagine how frustrated Coach Ye will be. His plays have been working. They've been getting the shooting opportunities. They're just not been making it count. And now Bryan have got into their defensive rhythm a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, every time a Truett McConnell player cuts through, he just has a guy glued to his hip. No one's getting free. Every drive to the rim is heavily guarded and contested. This is the Bryan College defense that we've seen more often than not this year, and the Bears really need to try to find a way to get off that struggle bus.
This goes back within 5. They didn't really need that.
I'm sure Truett would have been saying, keep it close going into the half, because anything can happen in the second half. We know basketball, 5 points isn't really anything.
Yeah, and oftentimes in games that are so tight, these are the turning point minutes. Last 2 minutes of the first half, first 2 minutes of the second half. Whoever wins these usually finds themselves in a great spot to win the ball game.
Final couple of minutes of this first half and what has been a very close one so far. Ye across.
I've been thoroughly impressed with the fight that I've seen from those Bryan College guards, conceding some size down low, but they're working hard to keep Truett McConnell out the post.
At the bottom of your screen, the full schedule for today as this is taken away, flip to the corner. 3-ball on the way from near the sideline, and the Bears dagger this one to bring us within 2.
Yeah, that was a wide open shot. You have to knock those down. Very critical for the Bears to get that one to fall.
And before the game, I'm sure that Jaden Ye would have been someone that the coach would have highlighted. 155 3-points made in his Truett career.
Final minute of this first half. To describe this as a back and forth affair definitely doesn't do justice to how electric this has been. Banged his way down side and kicked it out, hoping to get that 3-ball and the foul. Got a man down.
Yeah, we got to try to get him up, but that was a very nice, patient play by the post player for Truett McConnell there. Knowing that you have help coming in the gap, you really don't need to try to be in a rush and turn into that help. That was a great job of being able to create out of it and find the open shooter. Got to be more disciplined on the closeout, though, if you're the Bryan College Lions.
This goes. It brings us within just 1 point. At one point, moments ago, Bryan College led by as much as 9. That was their largest lead of the game and the largest for either team in this tournament showdown.
Yeah, Truett have done really well since the timeout to just start chipping away at it, biting the punches, but then making their punches count.
And we're again tied in this game. This is our 4th tie of the game already.
Yeah, and in particular, that has to be a level of confidence being built for Bryan, because the games that they lost against Truett McConnell this season, both double-digit defeats, one by 11, one by 15, right now they're right in the thick of it, but I know they would love to go into halftime with the lead.
Couldn't agree more. Preston Kent leading all scorers with 10, 7 for Torres and Ye. Stolen away, trying to run the floor. These two scamper to the corner and finally stopped as they get tied up. Dispense is the call. Lions run the floor. Bryan College. The step back, and it's short. Followed the ball to the iron. A quarter of a minute left in this first half. We'll see at least one more shot, tied at 29. Ye shouting to his roster, trying to get the Bears down the floor and set in time for a good shot. Stolen, and it rolls into the floor, across the floor to the table. Timeout taken on the floor by these two. We'll keep it here until we see what the result of this is. So timeout on the floor, just 4 seconds left to work with. Some confusion about the timeouts on the floor. Not for us, we know there's a timeout, obviously. Lorenzo, Frank, thoughts on what to expect next?
Well, I would expect to see whoever gets this one. Obviously, we still have to get some confirmation on who's going to get the basketball. It does appear that Bryan's going to get it, but you would expect to see them to try to free up one of their shooters, free somebody up from long range.
Yeah, you can expect Truett to be aggressive in the press now.
Maybe getting a down screen, freeing up Hayden Moulton, getting him open from long range. Not really enough time for Breedwood to be able to work that pick and roll game, but I would likely get him the ball and allow him to make the decision.
Trying to put this into play. It's on. Lions, 2 seconds. 1, and Omari Joseph will end our first half tied between these two programs after an electric start in Kingsport, Tennessee. Quick thoughts before we go to the break and come back with a halftime report shortly with Frank Osborne from you two on what we saw.
Yeah, two teams separated by 1 game in the conference standings, separated by 1 place in the seed lines. Not a huge surprise to see them separated by no points thus far.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a Bryan side that have lost twice to Truett earlier on in the season, though. Bryan look up for it as well.
Tied at the half, 29-all between the Lions of Bryan College and the Bears of Truett McConnell on the Southeast Sports Network. We'll return with halftime analysis from Frank Osborne next.
Some might ask, what's the hurry? But if it's the difference between getting McDonald's breakfast and settling for a Big Mac, well, run like the wind.
Sit in the hip like, whenever you tip them all got to sit in the hip like,
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's like that.
Got him, it stays fair.
Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. It's like that.
have to wear a uniform for service or sacrifice. Every day, ordinary Americans perform extraordinary acts of courage and selfless service. Please join us in recognizing citizen heroes who have made a difference in the lives of others through their acts of courage and selfless service in communities across America. Nominate a citizen hero today at themedalofhonor.com.
Welcome back to Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. Tony, what do you think?
Quincy, it's 2 a.m. You have school tomorrow. Get some rest.
See you tomorrow, Saquon.
You got it, Quessy.
His name is Quincy. The crowd goes wild.
Hey, Quincy.
Quincy, your son's fantasies are going to destroy my house.
Speed move. Quincy, take the snap. Hike. Here comes Fred Warner.
I'm open.
He's got Jefferson.
Hit the gritty?
Nah, hit the Quincy.
Where is that boy going?
Nobody was little number.
Oh no!
Bring it, little man.
Cam Jordan.
I'll see you tomorrow, Quincy.
Quincy's in trouble.
I got you.
He pitches it to Saquon. No! My ball!
That's on you, bro. Besides, I'm not even real.
Is this your ball? What's your name?
Quincy.
Quessy. I'm OC. I know that look. I know that dream. I had the same one. See, Quessy, doesn't have to be a dream anymore. Doesn't matter where you're born, as long as you're born to play.
Just making sure you were real.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Mental health plays a massive role in professional soccer and in sports in general. We're all here to support each other. We're all here to help each other, and you never know what somebody is going through, whether it's on the field or off the field. For me, mental health plays a huge role when it comes to goalkeeping, because a lot of times the game is not near me and not near the goalkeeper, and it's important that I stay calm and stay ready and stay connected to the team even when the play is not by me.
Once upon a time, there was a girl with golden locks. You know what? Maybe it was like a rugged, woodsy dude. Yeah. The beds were too hard, the chairs were too soft, the porridge was too... This Goldilocks wanted something tastier.
Those look just right.
First, he drove the Ram 2500 Rebel to pick up some dinner. Some really big dinner.
Tastes like chicken.
Next, he took the Ram Charger deep into the woods to flex his artistic muscles.
That was the village tree.
Then, completely abandoning the narrative, he fired up the Ram RHO for a little joyride. Time to jump a volcano.
What about the 3 bears?
This is my story.
But yeah, the bears were there. And they all lived happily ever after. Sorta.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com.
And welcome back. It is halftime here at our first playing game at conference tournament here in Kingsport, Tennessee. Bryan 29, Truett McConnell 29. It's been a very tight game. The winner of this to face Pikeville in the next round. Of course, a very strong Pikeville team. Loser going home and the season is over. So, a lot at stake here. It's been like a typical basketball game. That's where the metaphor comes from. Top scorer Preston Kent on 10. And for Bryan, got a couple of players on 7, Moton and Cole Torres. But it's been a game where the shooting's not really been brilliant for Truett McConnell. They've got through quite a few times, missing layups after layups. You just see Coach Jay getting more and more frustrated. Points in the paint. Bryan have got 16, Truett over 8. Truett have got 11 points off turnovers with Bryan only at 9. So we're getting ready for this second half. It's going to be a big second half. It's going to need some of the key players for both teams to turn up. Jaden Ye recently got in the first team All AAC. He nears on 1,000 career points for the Bears. He'll be looking to get into his groove. He shot 7 so far. 2 out of 2 from distance. 1 from 3 at the paint. So both teams needing to find their rhythm. The plays are working, they're getting the openings and just not quite making it count. 10 seconds until we get ready to start the second half here in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Frank, thanks so much. Before we jump into the second half, we get a look at the top 21 teams in America. Freed Hardeman on top, a scoring margin plus 22, outshooting opponents by an incredible 50% from the floor. They have been indomitable all year long. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson, Frank Osborne welcoming you back on the Southeast Sports Network from inside of the Meadowview Marriott Conference Resort and Convention Center with college hoops on the Southeast Sports Network.
I think this is the most important stage of the game. What team's going to come out firing from the break, get themselves a lead, and then be able to defend that lead?
Yeah, we're in the second part of those turning point minutes. The first 2 minutes of the second half now commencing. Truett McConnell had a lot of great opportunities in the early going of that first half. Those opportunities did not go their way. They're lucky to be in this game right now, let alone have a tied score going into the second half.
Preston Kent leading all scorers with 10 points. Torres and Ye with 7. Moton with 7 as well. Ty Gibbs, the freshman, with 12. Sorry, Ty Gibbs, the freshman, wearing 12 with 5. That was close.
So I'll be very interested to see what defensive set Bryan comes out in here. You can tell they really broke the rhythm of Truett McConnell as that first half went on.
That goes easily. Brian Lyons head to the other end of the floor. Preston now 12 points. Working inside, Taylor gets this to go.
Yeah, there's no X or any O that you can pull up for that play. That was just a grown man move. Sometimes you just have to take it through the chest and tell a player, I'm better than you.
3 ball is just short. Rattling down the baseline and goes out.
So on one end, Jerry Taylor Jr. being able to get the jump hook to fall. Then on the other end, great box out over there on the baseline. And those small plays can lead to big moments as this game continues. But right now, neither side really able to take the bull by the horns in this game.
Ye tipped it right back to him. Lions down inside, and the freshman fouled. Gibbs couldn't get out of there. Mentioned this a moment ago, but a look at the bottom of your screen at upcoming games today. So this is the first of 3 more, 4 total. Reinhardt and TWU next in the men's bracket, followed by the Cavaliers and Koalas on the women's side, and UCU's Bulldogs along with the Pioneers of Spartanburg Methodist finishing us off. That's short. Back within a point. Tried to go all the way through. It's tipped down and stolen. Lions fire the 3 just wide. The freshman shot is put back down low by Torres.
Yeah, maybe not a great initial decision to pull up on the fast break. But again, kids, if you don't learn anything from me today, you're going to learn. Always follow your shot.
Torres got the steal and the bucket. He's good for 9. The response immediately from the Bears of TMU. Important points, and it ties us again. The 5th tie of the game at 34.
Yeah, Truett McConnell getting some much-needed buckets to fall from long range. 5 of 11 as a team so far.
Knifes his way all the way through. Ye to the back door. A good feed in the low paint. Put back by Joseph, no. Taylor Jr. got the rebound. Knifing through to the basket, automatic, and the lead 36-34 for Bryan.
Yeah, how about the cut and how about the pass for Bryan?
Torres really came out firing in the second half. Came out of the blocks quickly. He's up to 11 now.
Kissed off the heel of the iron. Putback rattles and won't go. Lions will run the floor. Bryan College trying to add to that lead. They've led by as much as 9, and now they lead by 5. 39-34.
Breedwood showing off the floor game there, finding the shooter in the corner. All of a sudden, Bryan beginning to build up a little bit of momentum.
Phone is ringing. It's Big Mo calling. Ye over the top. He wanted to shoot that 3. Drives down the baseline from the Kentucky State line. This one goes for Ye for 3.
Yeah, how about that response for the Truett McConnell Bears and the coach's son stepping up for the Bears?
He's been a fantastic contributor his entire collegiate career, but really special piece as he's grown and developed as a player.
I like the idea that the coach has him out every night just working on 3s or working on plays.
That's one thing I've always been thankful for. My dad doesn't know anything about broadcasting. So he'll watch, but there's not much he can criticize. Pitched across, 3-ball on the way, skiffs off the side. Loose ball, everybody diving on it.
Yeah, but 3 red jerseys surrounding the only gold jersey on the floor. The effort level for the Bryan College Lions has been phenomenal so far in this game, and it's the reason why right now they hold on to a 4-point advantage.
Everybody real fired up.
I think we're going to see that as the game stays close and as the game gets nearer to the end, people playing to keep their college careers going.
So the officials coming together to talk this over. That was quite the scramble. We're only 5 minutes into the second half. Any thoughts on what to expect as it continues on?
I mean, you never really know what to expect. That's the great thing about conference tournament play. I don't think anyone expected Tennessee Wesleyan to make their way all the way from day 1 to the last day of the conference tournament last season. I would just say expect the unexpected.
That's a good one. I like that. I like that. I also will be expecting the unexpected.
And we all love an underdog as well. Always want the lower seeded teams to go to the bigger ones and upset them.
Now, while we're speaking of the unexpected, there's so many things to be excited about, but what you can expect is 3 more great broadcasts today, available free and live across our platforms, SESNsports.com/how-to-watch, NSBNsports.com/how-to-watch, free, live, HD, and fun. TMU, too easy, almost had it, and taken away by Torres and the Lions.
Okay, now if you pull out that schoolyard trick, you have to be able to convert.
You couldn't wait to say that. I could tell that upset you.
Yeah, it did.
No schoolyard tricks allowed.
Hey, I'm from the camp of James Miller's respect the game.
Floater rattles off and won't drop. Taken down. Redwood tries it off the glass. Pinballing all around amongst the tall branches, and finally, TMU comes down with it.
Yeah, Breedwood, the shortest guy on the floor, trying to go up amongst the trees, wasn't able to reach that top level.
This second half flying by for these two programs as we get another whistle. It's just a 4-point game. We've seen 6 ties, 5 lead changes. Bryan College has had the largest lead for either team by as much as 9, only leading by 4 right now as TMU just keeps hanging around. Another thing you and I were chatting about, and I'm sure if somebody is watching every game, they'll get sick of hearing this because this is kind of a well conversation, but Lorenzo, so much parity in the Appalachian Athletic Conference this year. It's never been this close of a race down to the wire.
Yeah, you're talking about from the 2nd seed to the 8th seed, teams just separated by a mere 2 or 3 games. A lot of those games taking place throughout January and February, very close on all sides. We didn't really know who was going to be at what spot. That didn't really round into form until we got a little bit deeper into February. So that's why I say expect the unexpected. You really never know who's going to be able to come away with the win in this AAC.
And talking about that in the women's basketball, Brunel were getting ready to come here. They had 1 second left of the Union Johnson game. Probably had the hotel booked, but ended up not making it. 2-point scored by Cardino right at the death for Union.
Good floater down inside. We got a player that goes down hard. Hopefully he's all right. Big collision with Calvin Carter, who's down on the floor and able to bounce up quickly. So the winner of this tournament receives an automatic berth to the national tournament. I think many people know that, but for the casual fan, that's one of the most important things about this tournament. If the regular season champion Pikeville Bears were to win the tournament, then the runner-up receives the automatic berth, importantly. Off the glass, Carter fighting it away, trying to wrestle the ball out of there, and blown dead again on the baseline.
Yeah, and by runner-up, not the tournament runner-up, but the runner-up in the regular season standings. So by way of the tiebreaker situation, CIU, if UPike was to go on to win this tournament, would get into the postseason. That's why that positioning is so important, and we see it on the women's side as well. Reinhardt had a game against Milligan that was a game for the 1 seed. If Milligan lost that game, they would have been 2. That loss dropped Reinhardt from fighting for 1 all the way down to 3. So the Reinhardt Eagles now find themselves in a position where they have to win the conference tournament to get into the postseason. Meanwhile, Bryan College, the 2 seed, is hoping that if they don't win it, Milligan wins it.
All the way around. TMU, this comes out as he's fouled. A lot of fun scenarios underway on both the men's and women's side all week long. We'll have them all for you.
That brings in quite a good dilemma. Do you think CIU will be wanting Pikeville to get to the final, or do you think they'll be wanting somebody else to get there and give themselves potentially more of a better chance of winning the final?
Well, I would say that at this point, CIU isn't worried about anything but playing their best basketball. I can guarantee you that. They believe that they're good enough to win the conference tournament. Everything else at this point is just conjecture. Now, if they lose at any point, then they'll start to think about the scenarios and seeing what happens from there. But I'm sure the only thing they're worried about right now is themselves.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm sure that thought has crossed their mind, but definitely a back of the mind, once and gone thought. You see yourself winning the tournament. You see yourself upsetting Pikeville, right? That's what you're looking for. But that is a good thought, and I'm sure CIU will have that cross their mind as the tournament develops and changes and the seeding changes.
And Frank, you're going to learn something about me when it comes to things like these. I'm pretty superstitious, so I'm not a fan of, trying to position yourself or believing in another team to do the work for you. No, you have a chance to go out and do it. I say you go do it.
Lorenzo more than a little stitious today on SES 10.
Just a little bit, just a little bit.
Pitched outside, the drive, big banging play, stays on his feet.
Yeah, those guards, again, giving up size for Bryan, but not giving up any heart out there on the perimeter.
They're still playing that 1-2-2 as he fires it just in time, and it doesn't have the sauce. Ball is off, and we'll go with TMU. And you can hear the Bryan Lions women's basketball team, the men's bench, fans who have made the trip from Dayton getting very involved. TMU, a little farther of a drive. It's down in northwest Georgia, up in Appalachia in the mountains, and quite the hike to get to Kingsport.
Yeah, and that's always something fun for me to watch when I come to these conference tournaments down here in Kingsport, Tennessee. You can just feel more of an advantage, that hometown advantage for those Tennessee schools. They generally bring a good crowd out.
Nothing like some Appalachian basketball. Back to him, stepped through, and that was a good take, but couldn't knock it down, just short.
Yeah, that was a good take. Again, a chance right at the front of the rim. Those just have been very unkind for the Bears in this game. Truett McConnell, 11 made field goals, 6 of them being threes.
Good pass by Derek Curtis, and it unleashes the largest lead of the night for Bryan College, who's out ahead 48-37 against the Bears of Truett McConnell in Kingsport, Tennessee from the Meadowview.
And we are in the midst of a Bryan College avalanche here in Kingsport, Tennessee.
I like it, a Bryan College avalanche. It has been quite the affair for these two programs as they continue to duke it out on the Southeast Sports Network.
Need a break? A break from the grind? The stress? We have just the place. A place where you can let your inner thrill-dilly out. Bristol Speedway, April 10th through the 12th for the NASCAR Food City 500 Triple Header Weekend. 3 days, 3 races, 2 night races, 1 epic weekend. Don't just take a break, race to it. Get your tickets, upgrades, and more now at BristolMotorspeedway.com. It's not just a race.
It's Bristol, baby!
back in Kingsport, Tennessee with college basketball and the largest lead of the game for the Bryan College Lions. Now out ahead by 11 against the TMU Bears. A lot of time left to play with. No danger yet for TMU as we've got just about a dozen minutes to play.
We've seen TMU close a big gap earlier on in the first half as well, so I wouldn't put it past them to do it again, especially like that.
Oh, the elevator from the 23rd floor. Beautiful play down inside by Preston Tuggle, who jams that through the twine.
Yeah, taking advantage of a missed rotation. Bryan staying in that 1-2-2 zone. Great job. Backdoor cut. And when you can't make layups, how about you just dunk it home?
TMU takes it away. They could use the points.
Preston Tuggle wanted it again underneath the goal, and he'll get it.
Dished across. Good knifing move. Floated back outside. Rito Vasquez doesn't keep it for long. Likes Ye. Entry feed to Ye, who blasts his way through and one off the window.
Yeah, there was some confusion there off of that pin down screen. I think some miscommunication. Some guys in man, some guys in zone. That opened up the door for the cut to go the way of the Bears. The rim has been so unkind for them throughout this game that I'm sure they just like to see a few of those go down.
Ye is going to go to the line to shoot. He's got a dozen points and 1 foul. He's second on the Bears roster in scoring in this outing to only Preston Kent, who's got 15. Cole Torres with 11, Gibbs with 11, and Taylor with 5 as Ye now has lucky number 13 points. Does that make you a little stitious?
No, not yet, not yet, not yet. But we'll check back in, let's say, 3 minutes.
Down low, somehow taken away as we do get the whistle. The ball will stay with TMU's Bears. Taylor Jr. on screen. Joseph Omari just came back in place of Preston, who's got 15. Stolen. Lions to extend the lead. Trying all the tricks, it's Gibbs. From the corner, just wide. It was a little too close to the backboard.
I love the audacity from him, though, to be able to take that shot.
First of all, excellent use of the word audacity, because that's exactly what it is. It's audacious. This is a freshman playing for the Bryan Lions. He's letting it all hang out. We're in Kingsport in the conference tournament. How are you feeling, Mr. Gibbs? I'm going to try the corner 3 from 118 feet. I'm out the door. I'm in the parking lot trying to hit a 3. That's a great looking play, and I know he didn't hit it, but he's having a nice outing, and he's been a key piece all year for them. Really impressive stuff.
Yeah, and it wasn't like it was a 3 coming off of a swing. He sized up the defender, he looked him in the eye, and he said, this is going up whether you like it or not.
In the eye is crazy. It's true, he looked him right in the eye. This game has gotten a little closer again. It's 6 points. So one thing I like to look at early and get talking about, and I think you guys will agree this is going to be key, is free throw percentage. So TMU at the line this season as a team, 66.9%. Meanwhile, the Lions, 73.7% from the line as a team.
Well, they make such a difference going into the end stages of the game. Just nice, easy points, something you don't want to worry about as a coach.
But I think sometimes you can make up for a lack of accuracy when it comes to your free throw percentage with just sheer volume. So Truett McConnell is hoping that they can get a few shots to go down, and then them just being so aggressive at attacking the rim will allow them to be able to offset maybe missing a few free throws with just being able to get more bites at the apple. So far, they've missed 5 free throws, but they've attempted 15 of them. 7 more free throw attempts on the board than the Bryan College Lions.
Lions. Setting up and taking their time. Taylor Jr. gives it off. Breedwood fires from the wing, short. Almost lost that. TMU does control, trailing by 6.
Yeah, that was great defensive communication there for Breedwood, and Ye really doing a nice job of staying in front of him.
Forked up a couple, now the foul on the baseline. They needed that. This has been very, very close. It feels like it's only getting closer. To the line goes Brito Vasquez. This season, 55% at the line.
And for Bryan College, one of their better players coming into this game, Jerry Taylor Jr., a second-team all-conference selection. He's been quiet offensively, just 5 points, but he's really made his mark on the defensive end. He's been very active. Even if it may not show up in the stat sheet, he's been doing a nice job of fronting some of those bigs of Truett McConnell and battling down low, giving themselves a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. The battle with Amari Joseph and Preston Tuggle. It's not an easy battle. There's a reason Joseph was Player of the Week this week. Taylor's done well to sort of stop them getting going as well. 2 points between Tuggle and Joseph.
Yeah, and a lot of that onus when it comes to battling down low and really banging with those bigger bodies sort of falls on him, because Bryan generally plays 3 to 4 guards with him on the floor. So he's doing a good job of really being that presence, almost working alone down there sometimes. And then Bryan College, their guards are doing a good job of playing above their weight. They're not afraid to try to front some of those bigs in the post and really force the issue on the perimeter as well.
We're back within 5. I like that you pointed out Jerry Taylor Jr. coming in and how he's not had his usual explosive outing. Seems like he's due. And in a game with this high stakes for a junior and upperclassman, he probably will get louder and louder as they play on. Junior, over a dozen points per game this season, nearly 13 on average as he scored 311. 47% shooting from the floor, and at the line, 69%. Very nice. On the attacking end of the floor, Lions. There's Taylor Jr. on cue, the give. Driving and firing in transition, he gets it to go. Miguel Moore, the sophomore.
Yeah, that was just getting to your spot, rising up and knocking it down. Those are the type of shots that you need to be able to hit and really keep a team in Truett McConnell that struggled a bit offensively at arm's length.
Aaron Hardwick, this is wide, scooped by the Lions in transition.
And on the surface, that's a good look. You feel like you have an open shot from 3, but there, Bryan College getting back in that zone. That is what the zone is designed for, to force you into taking some of those tougher long-range shots.
Quick shout out to Isaiah Breadwood, by the way. He might be the smallest, he is the smallest player on the court, but he seems to pounce on a lot of loose balls in and around his basket, and there he is with the 3.
Beautiful ball, finds the bottom of the net. 52-44 with 7:45 to play.
Hey, Frank, it's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog, man.
He hit that from the three-point line. They gave him a 2 in venue, but they've changed 3s already today that were from behind the line, so this rattles off the side. TMU pulls it down. That could stand as 52-44. They might add that 1 point back on. We'll find out in a minute.
I know the fans of the Bears are hoping that it doesn't get changed.
Eight-point game, 7 to go. Bryan managing that lead. TMU, Omari Joseph banging against Taylor Jr. The spin move and fouled down inside.
Yeah, that was some nifty footwork down there. Jerry Taylor's done a great job defending in the post on that play. Wasn't really able to stick with him and was forced to use one of his fouls. If you want to know the impact that Jerry Taylor Jr. has had in this game, again, you can't see it on the stat sheet with his scoring, only 5 points. But that was the first point scored in this game for the reigning Conference Player of the Week in Amari Joseph. That lets you know the type of game that Jerry Taylor Jr. has been playing defensively.
Came off the front of the iron. Be sure to follow along, subscribe, like, visit our website, SESNsports.com. Would love to have you stay tuned in for more updates. We're going to have the whole tournament full coverage for you. This is on the way and goes. Beautiful play by the freshman. Well, I've been so impressed with his stat sheet, but he might be having a career day.
Yeah, and again, sometimes it's not the guy that you would most expect. It's those others that really need to step up for you to be able to get wins in the postseason.
Joseph off the glass. This rims and won't drop.
And we immediately see him getting a chance to go to work with Jerry Taylor Jr. on the bench. A lot less size on the floor for Bryan, so I would expect this to be a quick bit of rest for Taylor Jr. before he gets subbed back in.
Yeah, they won't want to keep him off for long, especially with the Bryan. Most importantly for Bryan to defend now. Just keep this gap at what it is and just see out the time.
Currently at the moment, Hayden Moulton is defending at that 5 spot. Expect Bryan to really try to get downhill and force the issue in the paint.
7-point game. Bryan Lions to extend it to 9. Breedwood won't go. Gibbs couldn't haul it in. Yay. Throws this down the floor to Brito Vasquez, and the foul as he runs through a defender. He'll pick it up and stay on that end of the floor. An exciting couple of plays back-to-back. I think one thing that I'd like to hear your thoughts on, guys, Omari Joseph averages 10 points per game. He was a crucial contributor all season long, big in the tournament last year, if you remember. Omari has just 1 point, and we've got 5.5 to play.
Yeah, again, a lot of that has to be due to the handiwork that we've seen from Jerry Taylor Jr. down low, fronting him in the post, banging with him, not really conceding much room, making those entry passes tough. But also on switches, Bryan College's guards are doing a great job of fronting. We've seen Hayden Moulton bang down low and try to give him some trouble. We've seen Gibbs sometimes front him in the post as well. It's been a total team effort being able to slow down somebody who was playing some of his best basketball coming into the postseason.
And we've seen him do really well against other really good defenders. So that just sums up how well Bryan are doing defensively to stop someone of his ability, of his size, to really get going in potentially the biggest game of the season.
Would love to hear from you if you're tuned in from an interesting place, maybe over the pond or Australia, other countries for sure. Any interesting states or places that wouldn't be, a direct neighbor of Tennessee?
Yeah, an actual interesting place. We don't want to hear from you if you're in Eastman.
We're going to hear from them. You can tag me.
No offense to you guys, though.
Tag me on Twitter at SchryGuy, SCHRAYGUY. You can also tag the Southeast Sports Network at SESN Sports. Don't comment on any of the feeds anywhere. We won't be able to check those, but let us know on X if you're tuned in from somewhere crazy. Would love to hear from a couple of you.
Well, let's hope my family are watching. That'll get an easy England vote.
Easy England vote coming up next as Gibbs almost hit that one from over the pond, and it goes out of play. 54-49, 5:11 to go. And this is a tight margin still. We're within 5. Bryan keeps pushing the lead out a little bit to as much as 9. And TMU will shave off a bucket or two and bring it back to within 2-3 possessions. Just a real back-and-forth game we've got.
Bryan are doing well with making sure that there's still always just a buffer there. Well, there's a buffer there in control.
Joseph does a nice job of avoiding the turnover. Brito Vasquez dishes it, 3 balls short. Pulled down, unreal by Breedwood.
Yeah, but I think that possession really encapsulates what Bryan has really focused on defensively, of making Joseph struggle, really forcing him into a tough game. Jerry Taylor defending him hard in the post, not giving him any room. And then those guards with the aggressive gap helped to force him to give up the rock.
back in Kingsport, Tennessee. Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament basketball. Taylor Jr. for Bryan. Flipped it down low. They're trying to work it out of there under the immense pressure of TMU. Gibbs, the freshman. Back to Taylor Jr. The triple team as, man, he is just getting beaten up down there. It's like a street fight.
Yeah, but I think that call might have been a bit of a bailout. They did a nice job of fronting him the first time, trapping him the second time. You can tell that Bryan's really trying to force the issue with him down the stretch. But Truett McConnell throwing numerous bodies at him to make it hard.
Well, but that's exactly what we've been saying in terms of Taylor Jr. Not really getting the stats to support his argument, but he's got 3 people there closing him down. So if you've got 3 people closing him down, there's 2 people empty, just ready to shoot.
Taylor Jr. fights his way through, can't get it, and this rolls over the baseline. Everybody wants possession as this is, you know, you expect it, but this is going to get heated up quickly.
Yeah, and he's been such a phenomenal player all year long that sometimes you have to allow him to take those plays one-on-one. This time just not able to get it to go.
Taylor Novinger watching from South Carolina. Thanks for tuning in. Taylor, the voice of the CIU Rams. David Finney tuned in from the campus of Reinhardt University. Miles McCrary in Iceland. Thanks for tuning in.
That's a unique place.
It is a unique place.
Wasn't
Somebody
expecting
from
that.
the Bryan College Lions front office, not surprising to see, but tagging us on the old X machine. I called it Twitter.
I still call it Twitter.
Yeah, it's
It'll
hard
always
to-
be Twitter.
You should tweet at us on X.
Yeah, Exos doesn't really roll off the tongue the same.
You know, they're starting to call them Zeets now.
Don't say that. Don't let them have that.
Oh, Brentwood, that was point blank. Good for him, he was able to get that foul call, but definitely thought he had a great look at the rim there.
This is the closest we've been in a very long time, 54-51. Bryan College has been in the driver's seat for a minute. TMU just chipping away, trying to get back out in front. 3.5 to play, a lot of time in a one-possession game as the first won't go for Brentwood.
But Truett McConnell's aggression, trying to get downhill, trying to get to the rim, so far that has been the difference. That's why they're in this ball game. They've attempted 21 free throws, 15 of 21 from the charity stripe.
A 4-point game.
This is where Bryan have to turn up now. Don't make it closer than it needs to be and keep that buffer. Otherwise, Truett is going to keep chipping away, and we could see overtime.
Timeout on the floor for these two programs in a close one in Kingsport. 54-51. The Lions leading the Bears.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com. All of the ways to watch your favorite local and regional sports. Join us now on Twitch TV. You can also find NSBN on Amazon Fire TV or visit us live on YouTube as we stream games there as well. Another fan favorite way to watch is nsbnsports.com. You can also find us through our NSBN app, free to download from the Google Play Store, and Roku TV, where you can find all of our content.
Back and off the rip, a steal. Oh, we've got a scrum at the center of the floor. This thing is getting heated up in a two-possession game.
Yeah, look how many red jerseys are at the scene of the crime.
They're up for it, aren't they? Back their friends.
William Latch, the brother of the head coach of the Lions, Coach Latch. Public address announcer in Birmingham, does the G League. I believe the Birmingham Squadron tuned in and enjoying the coverage. Thanks for tuning in.
That's the G League team for the Pelicans, correct?
I think so. He could tell us.
I feel like Birmingham. That would make sense.
Birmingham's a great spot.
Second timeout, Bryan.
Yeah, I love Birmingham. That's a beautiful downtown area. I like Huntsville too. I'm a big fan of Huntsville. Another break on the floor between these two squads. So, 2-possession game. How do you position yourself in a 4-point game with 3 minutes to go? Obviously, there's a lot of time to play still. Do you start doing something strategically different if you're in the lead by 2 possessions or if you're trailing?
Well, if you're Truett and you've got the buffer already, it's 3 minutes. That's still a long time in basketball. So you'll probably be saying, if you're Bryan, sorry, and you got the lead, you'll probably be saying, do the same. Don't do anything silly. Don't give away easy turnovers. Sort of relax. You're leading for a reason. Don't change too much. Just don't be stupid.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that you're changing anything. Truett, McConnell, they need to do what they've done throughout this game, really try to force the issue and get to the paint. Usually, even if those lip-outs continue to happen when it comes to those layups, they're able to get to the line, and that has really kept them around. So hoping that they can try to make good things happen by getting paint touches.
Whipped through, down across to the wing. Lions man Gibbs out front to Brentwood.
Yeah, we see Truett McConnell going with the 1-3-1 zone here, trying to speed up Bryan right now. An aggressive version of that zone.
Oh, Curtis goes over and back. He was trapped on the front court. Huge turnover for the TMU Bears. That's a massive play on the double team.
Yeah, again, that was an elevated version of a 1-3-1 zone from Truett McConnell. Those guys on the edges being told to be aggressive and trap. You can hear the coach yelling, go, 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 telling them to really put pressure on the ball handler. Zone doing its job.
After the conclusion of today's game, be sure to stay with us. Frank Osborne will join you on the floor alongside the winning head coach or player of the game to give you a breakdown of what you saw. Good entry feed back across baseline off the glass. Whoa, look out.
Yeah, that's used, the backdoor cut right there. Getting the man in that spot to be forced to reckon with another option, and all of a sudden, it's a 2-point game.
If Bryan do end up losing this lead, they're going to be so frustrated. It's multiple times they've had a lead by some way, and if they can't make that count in the big stage, can't even imagine how annoyed you'd be as the coach.
On the way, this is going to go just off the front. Inside of 2 minutes to play after the shot by Torres. TMU Bears looking to Joseph. He's got 3 points.
Size advantage.
10. Backdoor, too easy. Rito Vasquez has 10 points, and we're tied for the first time in the final stage of this, 55-55 with 90 seconds to play.
Yeah, Torres had the size advantage down low, forcing the help, and he was able to find his teammate for the deuce.
This thing is coming down to the wire. Final 2 minutes of action here, inside of 90 seconds to go. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson, Frank Osborne. We have had a barn burner all day long. It's come to this. There's a ton of time for scoring to happen. What are your thoughts on what we're expecting next?
Yeah, there's a ton of time. I would expect to see Coach Latch leave Jerry Taylor out there. He was pulling him in and out of the lineup because he picked up that 4th foul earlier in the half. So that really forced Bryan to downsize, and that has allowed Truett McConnell to get back in the game. Every time that Bryan's lineup has downsized, we see the attention really pick up against Omari Joseph because they're surrendering so much size down there on the front lines.
Yeah, and basketball is a massive game of momentum, and right now Truett McConnell have the momentum. So Bryan will need to really focus to stop that. Do what they were doing that got them ahead. Not once, but twice they've led by large point deficits.
Lions shooting 36%, TMU 38%.
Yeah, currently what we're seeing from Bryan is, unfortunately for them, consistent with who they've been offensively all season long, just 12th in the conference in points per.
Fighting through, and the whistle, Taylor Jr. off the window. Incredible. Taylor Jr. gets to go. He's got 7 points, and he'll go to the line and 1.
And Gabe, you said it earlier in the half. You feel like Jerry Taylor was quiet, that he was due to make something shake on the offensive end. Well, how about a little shake and bake in the post?
Your best players turn up when it matters. When you've got 2 minutes and you need to go, who's going to turn up? Who's going to do it for me? That's why he's had his awards this season. That's why he's had his plaudits prior to today.
At the line as he gets all 3. 6 of 10 today. The Lions now 7 of 11, just over 60%. Truett McConnell 15 of 21, 72%. That could play a massive factor in the close of this.
Yeah, right now at this point, Coach Latch understanding how vital Taylor is to his team, going with that offense-defense substitution, hoping that going to that zone keeps Truett McConnell away from the rim without his best player down low.
Couple of quick passes from the corner. Ye out front. On the wing, runs the spin move. Through to the backside. It's going to skiff off the front for Ye. Pitch through and fouled intentionally by Brito Vasquez.
Well, that felt like the moment there. Probably the one player Bryan would have not wanted that opportunity to come for. Couldn't make it count.
That's exactly right. Ty Gibbs, 84% at the line this season. I mean, he's going to knock these down with ease.
Yeah, but I can't really say that I agree with the decision to foul. You weren't really at a point where you needed to foul. You still had time on the shot clock. Now you say, hey, we're going to force them to beat us at the free throw line. But there was a real 10 to 15 second difference between shot clock and game clock. You really just want to try to see if you can get a stop and go from there.
Gets that to go.
So now it's a 2-possession game with 37 seconds left. Yeah, you save a little bit of time, but at the expense of putting your team behind the 8 ball even more.
60 to 55, Bryan Lions lead by 2 possessions. Brito Vasquez in trouble. Yay. Less than 30 seconds to play. They've got to score quickly. Kent down low, foul, and off the iron. It drops to the hardwood.
Yeah, that was a nice aggressive take to the rim by Preston Kent, trying to take advantage of Jerry Taylor Jr. not being on the floor.
Yeah, that's a solid decision by Kent. He shoots 82% at the line. Been really good this season, so they'll hope he can pull it together here. He's got 15 points.
Has to make this count.
Make it 16. One of the most important free throws of his entire basketball career coming. Maybe the most important.
Missed this, and it's probably too little, too late for the Bears.
Kent gets it to go. He converts both, and again, very, very narrow margin between these two teams. 1 possession, 24 seconds to play. Lions down the floor, off the glass for Taylor Jr. He adds to his total. He's got 10 points. The response of the Bears short. Jaden Ye fighting for it on the baseline. He keeps it alive. From the three-point line, it skips off the front. Bryan can kill the clock and win. Holding the ball, Gibbs, the freshman, fouled intentionally with 4.3 seconds to go in a 2-possession game.
Yeah, on that run out, Isaiah Breadwood able to get out of that corner, utilizing his speed, and then finding Jerry Taylor Jr. down low for the lay-in for what will likely be the knockout blow in this game.
Ty Gibbs, I mentioned it a moment ago, 84% at the line this season. Good today. He's been a scoring machine, 15 points. This is off the mark. And hopelessness as they're not going to be able to convert. And that'll take us to the finish between these two. A really, really good one. Lorenzo, quick thoughts on today's matchup between these two programs and how Bryan was able to take the win.
Well, it was exactly the type of game that we thought it would be coming in. A good old-fashioned rock fight, neither team conceding an inch, defensive-minded type of game. Bryan able to come out on top, and that's the danger in these conference tournament situations. When you've already beaten a team, it's hard to be able to do that again, let alone beating them twice.
Really, really good finish down to the wire for these two. Stay tuned. We're going to go to the floor and hear from Frank Osborne along with the winning team for these two, the Bryan College Lions. And it looks like we'll be hearing from Ty Gibbs, who had such a big game today. His stat line, because Frank won't have the stats in front of him. Ty Gibbs, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, went 5 for 11 from the floor. Just an unbelievable performance and tons of fun to watch him play all day long. We're going to hear from them in just a moment.
Need a break? A break from the grind? The stress? We have just the place. A place where you can let your inner thrill-billy out. Bristol Motor Speedway, April 10th through the 12th for the NASCAR Food City 500 Triple Header Weekend. 3 days, 3 races, 2 night races, 1 epic weekend. Don't just take a break, race to it. Get your tickets, upgrades, and more now at bristolmotorspeedway.com. It's not just a race.
It's Bristol, baby!
I'm Frank Osborne, joined by today's player of the game, Ty Gibbs. Ty, excellent today. How did it feel?
It felt great. It was awesome.
And coming into a game against a team who you've not beat comfortably both times this season, how does it feel to go and finally beat them when it mattered?
It feels great. They're a great team, a lot of great players. We were super prepared for this one, so it feels great.
And to get second team all conference, how does that feel?
It feels great. I got a lot of great teammates around me.
Is there any final words you want to say going into Pikeville?
We're excited.
Against a really good team, Pikeville, not going to be easy. You confident? You nervous?
For sure. We know they're a great team, but we're just going to do what we do. We're a tested team, so one game at a time.
Perfect. Thank you. Congratulations.
Ty Gibbs, your player of the game. Thanks so much, Frank Osborne. Excellent, excellent word from our player of the game. Final score, a big win for the Bryan Lions. 62 points to 57. They take it and advance in the AAC tournament. For Lorenzo, Frank, all the fans, I'm Gabriel Try saying so long from Kingsport, Tennessee. Be sure to stay with us for tournament coverage all week long on SESN.
All of the ways to watch your favorite local and regional sports. Join us now on Twitch TV. You can also find NSBN on Amazon Fire TV or visit us live on YouTube as we stream games there as well. Another fan favorite way to watch is nsbnsports.com. You can also find us through our NSBN app, free to download from the Google Play Store, and Roku TV, where you can find all of our content. NSBN Sports, visit us at nsbnsports.com.